the nightmares of COD. This episode, the MP40. I don't even know where to start with this one. The MP40 is up there as one of the most game-breaking guns in any Call of Duty title. Determining if a gun is a problem is kinda like porn. You'll know it when you see it. And believe me, the MP40 is bad. Still, this sucker is different. The MP40 is a weird kind of nightmare because this gun comes with a twist.
What a twist!
Here's what I mean. I think we can all agree that FAMAS in Black Ops is a balanced nightmare. If you don't agree with that, I want to know what meds you're on so I can get some myself. What I'm about to say is extremely obvious. The FAMAS is performing as programmed. The MP40 is a nightmare because of a glitch. I'll explain what I mean shortly, but I want you to hear that again. If someone had programmed World at War properly, the MP40 would not be a nightmare and I wouldn't be making this video. It's been 70 years since World War II. In a weird, twisted kind of way, the Nazi war machine still indirectly can lay claim to one of the most dominating weapons you'll ever see.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
Available in World at War's multiplayer, the MP40 is an SMG from hell that really hurts the overall gaming experience. Generally speaking, the SMGs in Call of Duty feature small crosshairs, good mobility, and a decent fire rate. To balance this out, submachine gun bullets are generally rather weak. If you look at the stats straight from the PC code, the MP40 actually looks like it should be worst in tier. The bullet damage up close is nothing special at 40 per shot, and the fire rate is slowest in tier at 535 RPM. On paper, the MP40 actually balances out as a rather lackluster weapon. Then of course, Treyarch got incredibly lazy. Treyarch made a mistake when the studio brought World at War to the consoles. I can only guess the devs made a programming error because the in-game stats should be identical across all platforms. The MP40 does 55 damage up close on the Xbox 360, and I'm assuming on the PS3 as well. The MP40 is a nightmare because of a freaking typo! The developers accidentally gave an SMG incredibly strong bullets that would typically be reserved for LMGs, snipers, and semi-automatic rifles.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
The MP40 gets a 2-hit kill by default plus all of the speed and power bonuses that come with an SMG. The only thing that helps balance the MP40 is a slower than normal fire rate for a submachine gun. But even then, you could argue this is actually a bonus. A low fire rate typically means low recoil, and the MP40 is no exception. The bullets are incredibly strong and very easy to guide. To pour even more salt on the wound, the community figured out pretty quickly that the MP40 offers immense power. The gun is everywhere, and you will frequently see players using the MP40 with Juggernaut. The idea is simple. Stopping power does you very little good, as you can get a 2-hit kill up close either way. Logically, people figured out if you can't use stopping power, then go use something else, and many players drifted the Juggernaut.
Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
My overused reference aside, I always get annoyed when people say Juggernaut is a poorly balanced perk. I have always felt this ability is just fine. A player using Juggernaut doesn't have stopping power, fireworks, or camouflage. To paraphrase, that means none of your weapons get a combat bonus, and you can't hide from the recon plane. Sure, a Juggernaut user can take one extra hit, but he misses out on some really strong abilities. What I just said is how Juggernaut is supposed to be balanced, but you can forget about that when a crazy weapon like the MP40 comes along. This gun essentially has stopping power by default. Mixing in Juggernaut or camouflage is extremely overpowered. In my lifetime, it's been so rare to find something where the deeper I go, the stupider I feel. It's not like this was a slip of the keyboard. Treyarch playtested this, or at least I'm going to assume they playtested this. I'm not sure where my final take is. On one hand, my blood pressure goes down because at least Treyarch didn't intend for the MP40 to be such a nightmare. On the other hand, why couldn't this be patched? And even more importantly, why didn't this studio learn its lesson? Treyarch knew gun balance was a problem in World at War. Moving into Black Ops, the devs heard the community's call to fix the MP40, so they removed the gun altogether from multiplayer. Here's the problem. To answer our request for better gun balance, Treyarch gave us the FAMAS and rapid-fire AK-74U in Black Ops.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I guess there's a silver lining at the end of the day. As far as I know, Call of Duty has been consistent since Modern Warfare 2. The stats you see on the PC match what you see on the console. I'm still raging when I see developers make poor balancing decisions, but at least they can say they intended for it to be that way. That concludes the nightmare we call the MP40. Join me next time where we'll be taking a look at the shotguns in Modern Warfare 2. Until then, this is Raging Amish, checking out.
It's a